Hello. So I'm really excited for this video. I just want to say this in the beginning. There's a bit of a trigger warning. So there's talk of like hard things, for example, like suicide. And I just want to warn anybody, if you don't want to hear about that, you might want to click off this video. But if not, here's some stories from my life and lessons that I have learned. So let's get right into it. I have a script here. We are survivors. Life does get better. While we are more than our sad stories, there are times I enjoy looking back to see where I came from. I almost died 4 different times. There were times I felt so alone while I battled these otherworldly, constantly evolving thoughts in my head. I felt controlled by the thoughts in the past. I'm sure the person watching this has survived a lot of different things as well in their own way. I was watching a YouTube video and it really resonated with me. It said all of our hardships, they are tests from God or whatever higher power you want to believe in, if you choose to, and if not, that's okay too. We can be whoever we want in this life. And that's part of the beauty. God has so many things planned for us, and we just have to trust the process, pray for the strength to endure the hard moments. Let me explain by using some examples from my own life. I was in and out of different psychiatric units about 12 different times. I don't remember the exact number, I just remember going in each time saying, okay, this is 1, 2, third time, etc. in my mind. There were people all around me, all battling their own type of hardships. Around 2015 to 2019, both in and out of the psychiatric units, life was a constant battle. But as years passed, something shifted within me. Instead of battling with life and struggling every day, I started to love life in the process. Side note, I don't get many subscribers or views right now, but I appreciate every one of them. So if you're watching this, thank you, and I hope you get value from this video. Let me be an example that even if many views or subs doesn't happen right away, you can still find a way to be happy. Maybe it just means I have more work to do, and I love that. I have come a long way. I used to make videos that made no sense. Many of them I eventually deleted. I've had many channels, right now this one being the one that I post the most consistently on. Now I make videos that are clearly understandable, even learning ways I can improve my videos. Also trying not to get lost in like the analysis paralysis, doing too much research, so I'm trying not to do that. If I get an idea, I just want to record it because part of the beauty is just sharing your thoughts that you have in your mind. And I love to write, so I'll write up these scripts and read them to anyone who wants to listen, and I hope it helps. I've been on the brink of what some may call insanity, but back then it all made sense in my mind. I understood myself, but I couldn't clearly articulate it to other people. Now I can do that. I've seen myself going on walks, sometimes purposely making myself get lost while I listen to stories in my head, to walking with a purpose now. Trigger warning: 2 different times overdosing on pills. One time I felt God putting their hand in my stomach, making me throw the pills up as a clump, saying it's not my time yet. Another time I wrote a suicide note, passed out, and woke up later, fading in and out of consciousness, surprised I survived. I needed life-saving surgery on my neck on Christmas in 2016. I almost needed neck surgery another time, the same night God put his hand in my stomach and made me throw up the pills. At that time, I was hearing a story in my head about how Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty was going around shooting people and bringing them to the 2D-verse. Earlier on Christmas 2016, I heard that I was part of Jesus, and if I didn't sacrifice myself, the world would turn to demons, and we would get sucked into a black hole. getting diagnosed with schizophrenia about 10 years ago now, at the time I'm making this 2026. These things are hard to admit, but if I don't voice them out and don't share them somehow, how am I going to heal? It feels like it was so long ago, but it's still up there in my mind. I'll get flashbacks of memories of the stories I used to hear in my head. My problem was that I believed in the thoughts and felt controlled by them. Now, that's not the case and never will be again. I love life and the process. It's beautiful, and I have seen the light. One of the many things that helped me was when I met my boyfriend Bobby. He has shown me a lot. We always say the stars aligned for us on that day. I'm also grateful to have my mom in my life. Both of them are my rocks. Also, side note, I remember collecting a bunch of random rocks, and one of the random weird videos I made was Rick's rock collection, and I was showing different rocks that I collected, but it didn't make no sense. It was just funny. I don't have that in the script, but that just popped in my head. Another thing that helped me is making these YouTube videos. Even when they didn't make sense, they helped me in some way. Now they make sense and it gives me something to focus and work on, and that feels very good. It's also nice to see how I have grown over the years. I think of times I hid in dumpsters a couple different times, at times hearing thoughts of demons wandering around my hometown, hearing I was stuck in an Ouija board. Confirmation burp. Kinda. Maybe. I don't know. Just kidding. Standing outside my childhood home with cold feet, hearing, "How badly do you want to be a god?" "Bad," I replied. We are all part of the gods, it feels like. I received a comment on a Faceless channel and it said something like, you are a god if you're part of God, or something like that. I thought it was a cool comment. At times I call God computer guy and beg them to make the days quicker. They said they'll do what they can. It took some time, but now my days go by so quickly and I enjoy them so much, every moment. I can't write off all the thoughts / spiritual journeys I had as crazy thoughts and never revisit them. Maybe in future videos I can talk about all the other worldly thoughts I had and analyze them video by video. Talking about this stuff interests me so much. It's like a mystery. Maybe God knew that later I would want to attempt to uncover the mystery. I could make this video much longer, but I'll wrap it up here for now. My mom made me a nice cheeseburger and I enjoyed it. She knows my boyfriend and I have colds right now. It was nice of her to make us something. It's given me energy to take a shower, have a coffee, brush my teeth, and make this video. So thanks, Mom. I'll probably be video editing it later so I can get it out there. Even though I got this cold, it's not too bad for me. And making this video gives me something else to focus on. Ooh, it's Friday the 13th on March 2026. Spooky. We had one in February too. Then the next day was Valentine's Day, 2 in a row. Interesting. Anyways, maybe tonight or tomorrow I'll do some drawing on my new drawing pad and get some housework done. See you in the next one, and I hope that's real soon. Bye for now.